The following is one in a series of informational videos focused on assisting brooder units who are producing or plan to produce dual-purpose birds. A brooder unit, also known as a mother unit, purchases day-old chicks and feed from a hatchery and raises them to 28 to 35 days of age. The chicks have been fully vaccinated by this age, and the brooder unit then sells the birds to smallholder farmers so they may produce eggs and meat for home consumption or sale. A dual-purpose bird is one which produces more eggs and grows faster than the traditional village chicken. Yet the bird's plumage looks the same as the local breeds. Waiting for a new flock of day-old chicks is an exciting and busy time. This video will take you through the steps necessary to prepare for your flock and provide the safest and cleanest environment possible for your chicks. It is important to thoroughly clean and disinfect a poultry house between flocks. By cleaning the house, you are working to reduce the number of pathogens such as bacteria and viruses, which may make the next flock of chicks ill. This is also the time to make any necessary repairs to the house itself. Cleaning and disinfecting and the necessary rest period between flocks takes time. It is therefore essential to plan your production cycles accordingly. A properly managed brooder unit has the potential to raise up to 6 flocks a year. Let's begin by looking at the steps you need to make sure a safe home for your next flock. Clean out. The first step in cleaning the house is to remove as much equipment as possible. All feeders, drinkers, and any heaters and other materials should be removed from the house and cleaned. Should you have stored feed and other materials within the house, this should be removed as well. Afterwards, all organic material must be removed from the floor, sidewalls, and other areas of the house. Organic materials include litter, feathers, manure, old feed, and any other dead plant materials, mold, and insects. Should organic material remain, disinfectants will not work as effectively to kill pathogens, which may affect the new flock's health. The complete and proper removal and disposal of litter is a critical step. Start from the back of the house and work toward the door. All litter should be placed in bags within the poultry house to prevent spills and wind from carrying contaminants back into the house. Litter can be valuable as a fertilizer for crops, but any used litter must be disposed of far away from the house to prevent future contamination. House repairs. Now that the equipment has been removed and all organic material has been cleaned from the house, it is time to look for any repairs which need to be made to the floor, sidewalls, wire screening, curtains, and roof. When the inspection is completed and all necessary repairs made, completely wash or spray the interior of the house with soap and water to remove any remaining dirt, dust, and organic matter. Disinfecting the house. Now that all the cleaning and repairs have been done, it is time to disinfect the house. A disinfectant is a chemical compound that destroys microorganisms that might carry disease. It is extremely important that you follow the directions when preparing your disinfectants. The chemicals utilized will not work properly if not mixed to the manufacturer's recommended concentrations. When working with disinfectants, be certain to protect yourself and your family. Wear gloves, boots, and clothes that will be washed after applying the disinfectant. Do not allow other family members to enter the poultry house while disinfecting. Use the disinfectant spray or wipe down the floor, sidewalls, and clean the curtains. Try to reach as much of the house as possible, including roof supports. Be certain to disinfect the entire house, including storage areas. Rest period. After you have thoroughly disinfected the house, close and lock it and leave empty for 7 to 14 days. Close the side curtains to increase the heat in the house. Viruses cannot live for very long without a host, that is, your chickens. Without birds in the disinfected area and high temperatures generated by the closed curtains, you will help reduce the number of disease-causing organisms which remain. Final steps. After the rest period and a day prior to the chick's arrival, be certain your brooder chamber is fully prepared. If you have water piped directly to the house, let the water run for a time to clear the lines of any impurities. Place new bedding to a depth of 5 to 10 centimeters or 2 to 4 inches. Round out any corners to assure the chicks do not pile on top of each other, which can cause injury and mortality. Be certain to fill the clean drinkers and place them in the brooder chamber to assure the water reaches room temperature. You do not want to provide cold or hot water to chicks. Assure feed is placed in trays and some spread on paper around the trays. Also be certain your brooding chamber is at the correct temperature to place your chicks. Should you have a foot bath at the door of your house, make sure it has been cleaned and refilled with fresh disinfectant. Again, proper cleaning of a poultry house between flocks is a critical and necessary task. A proper cleaning, building, repair, disinfecting process and rest period reduce pathogens in the poultry house and help enable chicks' immune system to cope with disease-causing organisms at its most vulnerable time. It is worth the time and energy to assure your new chicks will have the best opportunity to survive the most vulnerable time in their lives.